Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. On the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Thursday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Levine and Williams up in the forward positions. The guard set is Giddey and White, and it's Vucevic in at the 5 down low. And for the Pistons, inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. Sliding in at the wing spot, it's Ivy and Hardaway Jr. And it's Cunningham in at the 5. Well, here we are, Stan, beginning of the season. Certainly, what has stood out to you so far in these early days?
Well, Kevin, there's certain guys around the league you can already see who have worked hard and made improvements to their game in the offseason. Now they're just going to have to be able to sustain those improvements and make adjustments when defenses start to figure them out.
And that's the rub, isn't it? That's the tough part of this whole thing.
Adjustments never stop. They go back and forth and back and forth.
And so it's the Bulls getting on the board first. Now Ivy coming off a solid outing against Washington. 6 to shoot. Hardaway against Levine. And that's good off the glass that time.
Silky smooth with that jumper. Hardaway Jr.'s mechanics are what make him so deadly.
And Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And for Detroit, they come in off a good outing against the Wizards in Washington. So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story. Now here's White, following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. Williams sets a screen for White. By Chicago.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Harris kicks to Ivy. Ivy with a screen for Cunningham. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. Pass to Levine. Vucevic a screen on Hardaway. Here's Levine. Rebounded by Hardaway. Detroit leading by 3. Here's Ivy. Cunningham trying to break free. Ivy with the bucket.
Oh, interior defense doesn't hold back against Ivy, but he just explodes right by them and gets it to go.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Holland, he's checked in for the Pistons. And Chicago also making a switch. Smith is checked in. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, it's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff for a minute. I asked him what plan he had, if any, for Zach LaVine. He said, my focus is making sure he doesn't get any easy shots. We have to contest every attempt. It's about mitigating the damage, not preventing it. So it looks like he'll settle for just making LaVine work as hard as possible. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Holland, 4 on the shot clock. Crafty move. Harris's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
LaVine looking around. Off the mark, and the drop continues.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Recent times have certainly been tough in Detroit. Break 14 wins last season, a franchise record low.
And Kevin, if you look, Detroit's last 5 seasons, 23 wins is the most they've had. So their fan base hungry for a winner in the Motor City.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Stewart checked in for Jalen Duren. Malik Beasley comes in for Ivy. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for Cade Cunningham. Now here's White. The shot's good.
You got to commend the concentration White showed there. He doesn't get thrown off kilter easily.
Beasley outside. Pass to Stewart. Now Harris. Over in the corner, Sasser. Over White. Again, the miss by the Pistons. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Lets it go with a 3. Rebound, Detroit.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Harris finds Sasser. Beasley outside. Stewart, a screen for Beasley. Again, the miss by the Pistons. White with it. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. White's got 5 now.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And so a tie game here as we end this low-scoring first quarter. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
They've got Holland. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's Thompson, and it's Stewart in at the 5. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Now, here's Dosunmu. Nothing on the board. In the corner, Smith with it. Beyond the arc. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Carter against Hardaway. Pass to Beasley. Stewart, a screen for Beasley. Offline with his 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Now here's Dosunmu. He's tightly guarded. And it's Carter missing. For the Detroit Pistons, they won their last contest, that game against the Washington Wizards. Beasley finds Thompson. Back to Beasley. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Here's Holland, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Pass to Beasley. Shot clock at 5. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Now a look at the stats for Malik Beasley.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Williams, he's checked in for the Pistons. And Chicago also making a switch. Terry's checked in for Williams. Dosunmu. And the Bulls with another miss.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
Now Terry, following the miss by Malik Beasley from deep. Pass to Buzelis. Over in the corner, Dosunmu. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that Bad Boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the Bad Boys.
That free throw, no good. Hey, Coach, one area the Bulls can struggle with, defending the outside shot.
Yeah, Kevin, they've been very poor the last few seasons on that front. Not closing out, missing assignments. It's strange because they were once elite in that regard under Donovan.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Duran, he's checked in for Stewart. Tobias Harris comes in for Holland. Jaden Ivey, he's checked in for Malik Beasley. And Kate Cunningham subbed in for Williams. Now, here's Cunningham. Scoreless thus far. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
Pass to Vucevic. Ivy against White. Giddey with the screen on Ivy. And again, Chicago. No good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
The shot by Thompson, no good. For Chicago, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. Levine finds Dosunmu. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Dosunmu's got the lead up to 2 now for Chicago. Cunningham looking it over. Over Giddey. Rebound by the Bulls. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the boards.
Well, truth be told, they got pumped on the glass. That was the difference in the game.
And that's a spot of the floor Giddey wants to improve. It certainly puts in the work there to get better.
Chicago shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That free throw missing. Stan, for 4 seasons, you were the head coach of the Detroit Pistons, and we were just talking the other day, what a great sports city Detroit is.
Oh, I absolutely loved my time in Detroit. I've still got 2 kids who live in the area, and great sports fans. Hardworking people that really value hardworking teams, and if you are one, they will be behind you all the way.
Now, here's Cunningham, coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Duran with a screen on Giddey. That's a 2 from Cunningham. Detroit, no good that time either. Bulls leading by 3. And White kicks to Levine. Lucha.
Just breathe, tell me what you see. You feel, but you gotta just breathe on your knees. Just breathe, yeah, you just gotta breathe. Yeah, you just gotta breathe.
Wasn't much fun that, so I go back. Retrace your old in a stack and life hacks. Let's not revisit our panic attacks. Life's hard enough, swap the tic tacs. Give clean a try jar, feed the fiend a Big Mac. I've tried that, and it's right back to blackjack.
So breathe, just breathe, just breathe. Tell me what you need. You're free, you're healed, but you gotta believe. Just breathe, bust you down on your knees. Just breathe, yeah, you just gotta breathe. Yeah, you just gotta breathe. Yeah, you just gotta breathe. See, lately I've been crying my heart out. What is happening to me? And how am I gonna calm down when my own mind's my worst enemy? Just breathe, tell me what you need. You're free, you're healed, but you gotta believe. Just breathe, whilst you're down on your knees. Just breathe, yeah, you just gotta breathe.
Introducing the 35 for your Minnesota Timberwolves. At forward, standing 6'9", number 3, Jaden McDaniel. Starting at point guard, at 6 feet, number 10, Mike Conley. At center, standing 7 feet 1, number 27, Louis Gobert. At power forward, standing 6'8", number 30, Julius Randle. The other guard, standing 6'4", number 5, Anthony Edwards.
Happy Monday, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. Good evening to all of you. Along with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Charlotte Hornets. On Tuesday, they'll take on Ben Simmons and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Thursday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Detroit Pistons.
And for that game against the Magic, they'll want to come out fighting in that one. They'll be big-time underdogs, but anything can happen.
So the Hornets starting five. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Then it's Taj Gibson, then it's Green, and it's Salon in at power forward. And for the Timberwolves, Conley and Ann are the one and the two. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's McDaniels in at small forward. Well, Grant, this is the time of year when these teams are starting to know what they have.
Yeah, B.A., sometimes it takes a while with personnel changes or coaching changes, too. But now you have a good chunk of games under your belt, and the camaraderie has grown.
To the inside. And Gobert with the stuff.
So experienced, so savvy at pick-and-roll play. Conley putting on a clinic.
Conley against Ball. Pass to Salon. Ball outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Ball throws it down.
Well, this is what you love about having length in the backcourt. That 6'7" frame. Go ahead and finish, LaMelo.
Outside Edwards. Tries again. Great D that time from Miller. Here's Charlotte, and it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
And the Hornets with possession here. Following the score by Minnesota. Pass to Ball. Takes a 13-footer. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
And you'd have to think that luck played a part in that one. I mean, the opponent had an off night at the defensive end for sure.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Ball against Conley. Good work there as it goes. Ball's got his second basket of the night.
What a finish by LaMelo Ball. Thin frame, but that length at 6'7", he can mix it up now.
For 3, Randle. That won't go either for Randle. The Hornets have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Ball against Conley. Here's Green. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time.
I'll tell you, the vision is simply special. LaMelo Ball toys with the defense, creates easy opportunities for his teammates.
Now here's Edwards. Playing Phoenix, he was nearly unstoppable.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Pass to Salon. Back to Ball. And a nice finish on the layup. Ball's got 6 points. 1:56 left to play in the first. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind. Ryan, the way he sees the game makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Allie.
Well, just take what the defense gives you. If they concede the mid-range, LaMelo says, I like that shot.
And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage at his position, Grant?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons. Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Ball. Coming off a 31-point game. Up and over Conley. And again, it's Charlotte converting.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Randle, the pass to Gobert. Edwards looking for an opening. over Miller. And another basket for Minnesota.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Pass to Green. 4-3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. The Timberwolves lead by 3. Left side McDaniels. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Outplayed in their previous game on their schedule, losing to the Cavs.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
One thing you know...
Oh, it goes! He got it off in time!
Just in the nick of time.
Count the basket!
What a huge shot to beat the buzzer. My goodness.
Well, that's a perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. The T-Wolves on top, up by 6. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. In. Second quarter action is where we are. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
We've also seen them show a willingness to take advantage of the mid-range opportunities. The defense conceding these looks, and they're cashing in.
And here's Charlotte now. They trail by 6. Their next game is at Barclays Center in Brooklyn for a game of the Nets. That game will conclude the 3-game road trip they're currently on. This is how the floor looks for the Hornets starting the second. Seth Curry is out there with Trey Mann. Then there's Cody Martin. Then it's Williams. And it's Salon in at the 4. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes. And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And so Curry will bring it up for Charlotte. 6-point game. Last time they came together was in Minneapolis, where they fell to the Timberwolves.
And they want to avoid getting in foul trouble again. That's what really hurt them against this team last time.
You know, there's a balance between that aggression and overdoing it. You can't reach in. These are things officials are looking to call.
Up top, DiVincenzo. He's covered by Curry. DiVincenzo, pass to Edwards. Clock at 6. Unloads from 13. Hauled in by Curry.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall. What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Here's Edwards. Getting it done inside. Edwards.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards in the painted area is going to be a force. Size, strength, and hops. Look out.
Now here's man. Defense right on it. Williams, a screen on Ingles. With his first shot attempt. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
With defense that soft, you have to take them to task.
For Minnesota, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Pass to Reed. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You take a look at the Hornets. Already, they're on the outside looking in. 9th place in the conference.
I think for the Hornets, they failed to deliver the great season people were hoping for, but it's far from hopeless. Plenty of time to turn things around for them.
It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some momentum, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. You know, if you look at the tracking stats, no one guards different positions like Grant Williams.
Yeah, those guys that can guard truly 1 through 5 are rare. Grant Williams is on that list. His versatility is incredibly impactful to whatever team he's on.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
This guy always amongst the league leaders in dunks. Gobert is a force around the cup.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game.
checked in for Martin, and Miller subbed in for Mann. Miller against Edwards. Miller outside. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. The kick out to Conley. Gobert passes to McDaniels. 6 to shoot. Outside Edwards. The 3. They get it again. Gobert. Misses from short range. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Jaden McDaniels picks one up.
What you love about Grant Williams is the intellect he has for the game. He knows his role. He plays it well. He brings toughness and energy on both sides.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes a first. And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. DiVincenzo's checked in. And Williams drops them both. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this Hornets organization. New ownership, a new front office, a new head coach, some exciting new talent. They're renovating the arena and building a new practice facility. Other than that, not much has changed. BA?
Business as usual, Allie. Thanks. Free throw drops for Conley. But Doris, if you're a Wolves fan, you really have to enjoy the present.
Well, think about it. 56-26 last year, their second best record ever. A 3 seed in the West, also their second best ever. As long as they have the Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, that team should be a factor in the West.
And Conley drops them both.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Pass to Salah. Ball against Conley. Shoots from 14. And Ball gets it to go. Ball's got 12.
Now, this is just a big-time offensive performance from a young LaMelo Ball. He's already put the league on notice.
Conley. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. This will be his third free throw of the game.
Mike Conley, probably one of the most respected players in the league, and I don't see this guy stopping anytime soon. He brings great effort every single night, plays with a team-minded selflessness, is a big shot maker. This guy has had such a solid, probably underrated career.
Miller on the wing. Shoots. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. Ball against Conley. Just 3 to shoot. Gobert inside. Using the size. Gobert.
They're punishing those getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And here's Green from the arc. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's Minnesota up by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Thanks for tuning in. The story tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves, they were in a close game. Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No, man, it's a hot dog. Cheese, it's right there in the name.
Well, it's got meat, correct?
Right.
It has bread.
Right.
Isn't that what it takes to make a sandwich?
Stuff between bread?
That's not how it works. Every summer they have a hot dog eating contest, not a sandwich eating contest. They're different.
I really feel sandwiched between two great debaters. And now looking at the Hornets, a very close game so far.
Look at the rebounding numbers. I'm surprised they've stayed this close. They're not cleaning the glass. It's more like they're fogging it up.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. we've seen Mike Conley really having a great game.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. The 3 from Ball. McDaniels with the rebound.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Pass to Edwards. And here's Randle. Shoots over Miller. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Randle's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Well, the effectiveness of Julius Randle, wherever he is on the floor, the mid-range, one of those tools in the toolbox.
Minnesota leading by 6. And right away, Brandon Miller showed that he was a star in the making, Brandon.
Yeah, he's a 3-level scorer, B.A. He's very fluid as a player, and he makes the game look so easy. He hasn't even grown into his body yet.
Down low. Boy, left it right in the sweet spot with the lob. Nicely done.
That's just great recognition by LaMelo Ball. The pinpoint accuracy makes it easy for his teammate.
Conley looking for an opening. This one for 3. Offensive rebound. Oh, Gobert rocking the rim.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
It's time for dance, If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Know what to do. Let's see it. You're a dance like everyone wants it.
Guards are making a big impact on defense as we take a look at the steals leaders so far this season. 5th, Mike Conley.
Swiping the ball involves so much. It's reading passing lanes, understanding the offense in general, and taking high percentage risk. They do all of that.
You know, I think that's the mentality they have when it comes to defending, aggressive. They don't let up for one single second at that end of the floor, and they're always looking to cause you discomfort.
Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. And now the T-Wolves on the break. And here they go. And it's Randle that time on the assist by McDaniels. And now a 10-point Minnesota lead. Outside, Green. Back to Ball. And Ball throws it down.
There is just such enthusiasm, such a love for the game with LaMelo. Shot after shot going down.
Outside Conley. Steps back and shoots. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. Conley's got 15.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Gibson passes to Ball. Passes to Law. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. And he lays it up and in. McDaniels got his first points of the game.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
And when Josh Green is on the floor, you trust him to make the right decision, Doris.
Well, athletically, he can be a game changer on the defensive end. When he takes care of the ball and makes a simple play, he can be so productive. Guy is very selective when he shoots. Very smart basketball player.
First one falls for him. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Minnesota. Williams is checked in for Charlotte. Mann comes in for Ball. He's off on the second. Now that we have a few years of reference, it's safe to say the NBA play-in tournament has been a roaring success, Grant.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. And people forget it was created in the peak of the pandemic. The league set up a lifeline for teams that lost key players to COVID, but it has turned into something much, much greater.
Miller, the pass to Mann. There's a minute 34 left in the third. 5 to shoot. Green with a screen on DiVincenzo. Williams from long range. Williams knocks down the three.
Grant Williams has proven he can be a reliable threat from deep.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Conley, a screen on Miller. Pass to Randall. Jacks up a three. Counted from distance. Randall's got 9 points.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Attention fans, now on court is your fight squad. Get loud and let me hear it. Who wants a defense?
Checked in for Gobert. Ingles comes in for Anthony Edwards. And it's Alexander Walker in for Conley. Diabate's checked in for Charlotte. Martin comes in for Green. And here's Charlotte now. They trail by 11. Pass to Miller. Williams with the screen. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Tough move by Miller, having to absorb the foul while taking his shot.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
The way they've been chasing after their shots in this game is really admirable, getting them lots of second chance looks at the basket, too.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
No good on the free throw.
Yeah, with the size and versatility Miller brings to the table, he's a tough cover for just about anyone.
And he sinks the second.
Guys, you know this. Brandon Miller plays the game with a high level of intelligence, and at 6'9", that length, not a bad addition to that.
Randall on the screen. Here's DiVincenzo, and he can't bank that one in. Hornets trail by 10. Man with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. Outside man. There's 25 seconds left to play in the third. And he gets the bucket.
Their spacing isn't quite as good as it was in the first half. They may need to hit more threes to stretch that defense.
Here's Randall. Diabate grabs the board.
Boy, a miss like that. Giving a cushion.
Martin, the pass to Williams. Outside man, shoots over Reed. No! And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Center. Curry against DiVincenzo. Pass to Williams.
Harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Pass to Curry. Williams up top. And DiVincenzo comes to help. Shot clock at 5. Curry passes to Martin from 15 feet away. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Edwards, no good. Hornets trail by 7. Martin outside. Pass to Diabate. Up top, Curry. Williams in the post. Ingles defending. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist from Curry. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
All our teams coming off the court. Come on and get down for your Timberwolves Lakers game.
Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Reed. Randall comes in for Ingles. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. Look. On the wing, Green. Ball outside. Screen by Gibson.
Relishes these moments. That young man has no fear.
Conley passes to Randall. Ball against McDaniels. Back to Randall. Randall draws the double. Edwards for 3. Oh, Edwards! Money on the triple!
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Ball against Conley. Three-pointer. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. It's on Anthony Edwards. First of 3 is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. He makes the second free throw, and that brings him within 2 here. So he's good on all 3 free throws. And that narrows the gap to 1.
You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it.
Conley. And here's Edwards outside. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up.
Oh, the young gun, Anthony Edwards with the big-time delivery.
Now here's Ball. Fires for 3. Randall pulls down the board. Here's Randall. He'll bring it up for the T-Wolves. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Oh, Edwards just pulling his way inside.
We know this about Anthony Edwards. He is fearless in these moments. That's a big-time clutch delivery.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Ball against Conley. Ball ventures inside and converts.
LaMelo Ball is never rattled. Doesn't matter how close the score or what the situation. This guy unafraid of big shots.
Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Gobert is not fazed by these moments. He wants to be the man.
Ball with it. 44 seconds left in the final quarter.
Feeling any of it.